Welcome to the class of English literature. Cricket is very popular in India, even among children, right? And this video is a summary of Malgudi Cricket Club, which is an extract from R.K. Narayan's famous novel Swami and Friends. This is the first novel of the series that is set in the fictional town of Malgudi. It is also set in British India 1930. So, before we enter the story, we shall see something about the writer. R.K. Narayan, born on October 10, 1906 in Madras and died on May 13, 2001. He is one of the finest Indian authors of his generation. Brought up by his grandmother, Narayan completed his education in 1930 and briefly worked as a teacher before deciding to devote himself to writing. Before he became a writer, he was a teacher. His first novel, Swami and Friends, which was written in 1935, is an episodic narrative recounting the adventures of a group of schoolboys. And our chapter is also from this novel, Swami and Friends. His style is graceful, marked by genial humor, elegance, and simplicity. Dear students, we shall now see here who the main characters of Malgudi Cricket Club are. Swaminathan. Swami is a 10-year-old protagonist of the novel. He is the main character of the novel. And Swami is a schoolboy living in 1930 in the fictional town of Malgudi in the south of India under British colonial rule. Swami is considered average among his friends, neither especially clever nor stupid, brave nor cowardly. He is generally good natured and gets along well with his peers and family, although he can be arrogant or deceitful at times and is easily swept away in the plans and enthusiasms of others. And he is also a naturally good cricket bowler. Rajam. Rajam is the son of the police superintendent and one of Swami's closest friends. Rajam sometimes bullies his friends and acquaintances, but more often he unites them and urges them towards new goals, most notably the formation of a cricket team. Swami loves and admires Rajam but comes into conflict with him at many times. Money, known as the mighty good for nothing. Money is Swami's other closest friend. Money is a fearless troublemaker. He keeps on making troubles. However, he is also a loyal and affectionate friend, and Swami is proud to be allied with him. So, what is the background of this story? Yes, these three young boys plan to start a local cricket club. They discuss the name, plan the first match, and order special bats also. So, in this story, we too have cricket as a symbol. Students, who introduced the game cricket to Indians? Yes, it was the Britishers. Students, who introduced the game of cricket to Indians? Yes, it was the Britishers. So, the game of cricket is the story's most strong symbol of the complex way that English colonization plays out in the lives of Swami and his friends. As essentially English activity, Cricket is closely tied to England's presence in India. But instead of rejecting it for its oppressive associations, Swami and his friends, particularly the team captain Rajam, embrace the game. Therefore, through this symbol, Narayan seems to recognize the unstable and sometimes dangerous role that even the interesting aspects of colonizing nations play in the lives of the colonized. Dear students, let's now understand the story. The story begins where Rajam comes to meet Swaminathan. So, Rajam suggests Swaminathan in forming a cricket team. But Swaminathan had no thought of cricket as something he himself could play. But he tried to carry the scores in his head and collected the pictures of cricket players. So, why he did so? Because he wanted to show that he enjoyed cricket like his friends. Swaminathan did not care much about the pictures of cricket players. He even felt all of them the same. But he collected the pictures in order to show his friends that he was interested in cricket. Here, when Rajam came to ask him to form a cricket team, Swaminathan admits that he did not know how to play. But Rajam convinces him to try. Let's have a trial. So Rajam said that everyone thinks the same way, and he also revealed that even he did not know how to play. So this pleased Swaminathan when he heard that Rajam also does not know how to play. Probably, Hobbs, the famous cricket player of that time, was shy and doubtful before he took the bat and swung it. Somehow, Rajam made up Swaminathan's mind to form the cricket club. Then, they both sat together to find out the name for the team. That was the first thing they did. And Rajam said that the team will be called MCC. But Swami worries that they could get into legal trouble since there is already a professional cricket team using that same name, MCC. But Rajam said, if we get into any trouble, I would declare that MCC stands for Malgudi Cricket Club. But Swaminathan was a bit disappointed. He was not at all happy. So Swami said to Rajam that better they try for another name. So Swami suggests some other names for the team and they make a list of all the possibilities. So at the end, choosing Victory Union 11 as an additional name. Swami brings up the idea that they might need to pay a tax for the government, concerned that their name will not be reserved unless they do so. So Rajam remembers that the government seems to tax everything in this world. Swami clears his point by saying, if you do not pay tax, the government may not recognize our team, or 100 other teams may take the same name. So, considering all of Swami's points, Rajam reflects that starting a cricket team is the most complicated problem on earth and feels sympathetic towards Gandhi's opposition to the government. We have seen here Rajam and Swami's plan to form a cricket team, introducing the novel's most important symbol, the English game of cricket. The boys do not discuss the fact that cricket comes from the country of their colonizers. Rather, they simply embrace it as a way to enjoy themselves. However, with his concerns about government regulations, Swami tells that even in this harmless pastime, the effect of political structures will be present, by somewhat ironically equating the cricket team with Gandhi's fight for Indian independence. Let's now come back to the story. Swami and Rajam go to Mani's house to choose cricket equipments from a sporting goods catalogue. Mani held before him a catalogue of Mercer's Bins, the shop for sports goods. Mani insists that a certain kind of bat known as the Junior Willard bat is the best kind. But Swami found the bat like any other bat in the catalogue. Catalogue means a list of things. So Mani teased Swami by saying that he is ashamed to find Swami knowing so little about Villa Juniors. He also says that there are actual springs inside the bat so that when you touch the ball it flies. There is a fine cord wound round the handle. So they decided that their team must order them. The three friends choose the goods they need from the catalogue. And Swaminathan was noting down the things that they required and he asked them how many bats. So Rajam asked, should we order 3 bats? But Mani said, why waste money on 3 bats? Do you suppose we are going to supply bats to our opponents? They will have to come provided with bats, we must make it clear. So at the end, they concluded that they'll buy only 2 bats. By this time, Rajam's enthusiasm was great that he left his chair and sat on the arms of Mani's chair, staring the pictures of cricket goods in the catalogue. Swami, though he was considered to be someone who disagrees the common opinions, caught enthusiasm and perched into the other arm of the chair. He also went and sat at the arm of the chair in which Mani was sitting. Then they settled down to write a letter ordering the supplies. So Swami at first agrees to write the letter but becomes overwhelmed by the task. He was more burdened. He sat for a long time, chewing his pencil without writing anything. Why? Because he had a trouble with spellings and he gets confused when he tries to correct them. So Swami sat so long thinking of spelling that even the words like the and became doubtful for him. So at this point, Rajam takes over, writing a letter from both MCC and Victory Union 11. These are the two names they have given for their cricket club. They complete the letter and agree to mail it. So this letter received Swami's approval, but Mani expressed doubts like what was his doubt? Whether dear could be written or not, since it was addressed to a stranger. There, Rajam explained that he would not say sir. Why? Because it is said only by the clerks. Thus, the letter was mailed. Students, what do you think about their choosing the equipments and mailing the letter? The act of choosing equipment and writing to the company serves as an important act of self determination for the boys. They are excited to have chance to choose their own name and do not feel concerned about the team's ties to British culture. This lack of worry illustrates the paradoxical point that colonized people like Swami and his friends can and sometimes must adapt to the culture of the colonizers. and even embrace aspects of it in order to lead normal, enjoyable lives. What happens after they mail the letter? Yes, Rajam receives a reply from the sporting goods company addressed to the captain of the MCC. So, who is the captain of MCC? Yes, it is Rajam. The friends were delighted. They were very happy to have their team recognized by the company. And there were three indirect meanings in the letter that filled them with great happiness. So, what were those three things? Firstly, His Majesty King George VI, the British ruler of India at that time, acknowledged their team. Secondly, they were really recognized by Binns of Madras by the fact that they cared to reply in full letter, not as a card. Thirdly, Bin sent under another cover carrying 4 annas. Annas means in old India it was 6.25 paise. So they have given in another cover some 4 annas postage, a huge catalogue. But the letter from the company asks for a 25% payment, which confuses them and leaves them unsure how to respond. They could not understand whether Binns were going to send the goods or not. They also had trouble with the word obliged. And what they did, they checked the meaning from the dictionary. So Mani felt that it was a meaningless word in that place. Rajan was sure that since Binns thanked them for the letter, they would send the goods. And Swaminathan also agreed with Rajam for that matter. But Mani was scrutinizing the letter. Eventually, they concluded that the letter was sent to them by mistake. Even though Swami points out that it is addressed to the captain of their team, so it could be their letter. But at the end, they write back to the company, returning the letter and asking that their cricket supplies be sent quickly. Swami, Rajam, and Mani continue to believe that the cricket supplies will arrive soon and that perhaps the company is even making them specially for their team. So, Swami and his friends remain intent on playing even without ideal equipments, without having the equipments. Perhaps symbolizing the way that the citizens of India must make do with lesser versions of the cultural artifacts brought to them by the English. So, that was the story of three young boys, Swaminathan, Rajam, and Mani, who came together to form Malgudi Cricket Club.